Hey, what's up? DFS Rico coming at you with my picks and insight for this League of Legends LPL 2-game slate on Wednesday, July 29th. We got a 2-gamer. Yesterday was pretty decent. Today, another good game. I think we have one match that's kind of everyone's leaning towards, and then we have that other match that's kind of iffy. But before I get to it, if you guys can like, comment, subscribe, I really do appreciate it. Every like, every comment, every subscribe, every second you guys spend watching the video, I do really appreciate it and hope I can help you guys win or guide you guys in the right direction at least. But yeah, and also if you want to go sign up for my Patreon, $10 a month, I provide specifically League of Legends, LPL, and LCK videos, like deeper game by game breakdowns than I will on my YouTube, and then also deeper like inside games that I like, mainly more like GPP stuff over on the Patreon for baseball. So those are the main two sports I'm prioritizing. I do talk about in the Discord about every other sport if people want to talk about it, but I just like giving insight on these two sports just because I'm very familiar with them. I'm not going to give you guys insight on sports that I'm not too fond of or that I play myself, Not just going to try to sell you guys content just because I want to sell content, I guess you could say that. But yeah, let's get to it. Um, we got the two games. We got JD Gaming versus E-Star. Damn, I did have the starting lineup, so let me bring them up again. Let's go to the Vegas odds. You got JD Gaming versus E-Star. JD Gaming, very huge favorites. My favorite team on the slate. For sure. Then you got FunPlus Phoenix versus LGD Gaming in a close game. This is a closer game. The odds were actually closer when I first saw earlier today, so it's getting a little wider, it looks like, but that should be a good game. This is going to be a tricky game, and I am going to hold that info over on my Patreon more. I will kind of talk about it a little, but as far as who I'm going with, I'm going to just save that for the Patreon and then just really discuss the first game. Then you got the starting lineups. You got JD Gaming versus E-Star. You got same starting lineups: Zoom, Kanavi, Yagao, Loken, and LV Mao for JD Gaming. For E-Star, you got CJJ, which is subbing in for Xiao Bai, and then you got Wei, Fen's back in again, Rat, and Shao Si. Just looking at the starting lineups, JD Gaming is looking a lot better. FPX, you got Gimgoon, Tion, Duan B, LWX, and Crisp. And then you got Langx, Peanut, ZA, Kramer, and Mark. So, really good matchup. I'm excited for that matchup as someone who likes to really watch the sport. I'm very intrigued in that game. Alright, the main team I want to talk about is the JD Gaming E-Star, and I will briefly talk about the other one, just some stats that stand out for me. You got JD Gaming versus E-Star. JD Gaming coming in with 15.7 kills per game on average and 10.5 deaths per game on average. Then you got E-Star 12.8 kills per game on average and 14.6 deaths per game on average. E-Star is only better at first tower and first blood rate as far as team objectives. JD Gaming is better at everything else. Goal differential at 15, mid to late game rating, early game rating, overall dragon control, overall tower percentage. They're just a better team overall. Juggle CS, Dragon CS, they're just a much better team. That's why their ownership will be high today. They will be the highest team owned for good reason, and I will probably be on that boat as well. Just because of guys, you got Loken and Yagao in the mid lane. Yagao in the mid lane, Loken in the AD carry. Kanavi's a beast. These guys all have very favorable matchups. And just across the board, that's the team that I'm going to look to 4-man stack, honestly. On a 2-gamer, that's what I want to do. 4-3 stack usually. So I'm going to start it off with Zoom. Zoom in the top lane, 7.6 kills per game, 17.0 assists. Very solid. Has shown us really good upside. 90-point upside for a top laner is very good. And in a match where I think they 2-0, 80-plus upside should be a lock for this guy. And then the next guy I want to pair up with them is going to be Yagao. In the mid lane, Yagao's been a stud, shown us 100-point upside, 9.8 kills per match, 16.9 assists, doesn't really die that much. 100-point upside on at least 4 occasions this split, so he's a very good mid laner. He's in a favorable matchup. All these guys across the board are in winnable matchups. Then you got Loken at 7.8k, shown us more upside than Yagao. So if you do want to be different, I prefer playing more Yagao than Loken because I know people will be on Loken more. Like as far as if you can plug him in the captain spot. 113.72 last time out, which is very good. 110 plus point upside, multiple occasions. This split, 11.4 kills, 17.4 assists, just a stud. And then You can either go like really with the team spot if you just want to play pieces of it. You want to play LV Mao. Kanavi's obviously a beast in the jungle position. It's shown us 90 plus point upside for a jungler, which is in TO victors is usually when he's doing it, and that's another occasion in a day where I think it will happen. Just kind of depends who you decide to pair up with the other team. Uh, which the other team is a lot closer. So just bouncing over to that game for a brief second. If I would be starting any of my lineups, I think I would prefer the jungle, like Tion or Peanut, and just passing by Kanavi. He's the guy I would kind of leave out, which I know is not the best idea, but Tion or Peanut's the way I would want to go if I was to start my LGD or FPX stack because they both have very good upside. We've seen Tion with 80 plus point upside, 90 point upside for a jungler. We've seen Peanut on the other hand, very good upside as well, 99, 96 over the last three, and he's looking very good lately. As far as kills per game, the stat that I really want to give you guys, LGD's 13 kills per game and 10.8 deaths per game. FPX with 12.6 kills and 12.5 deaths per game. So they're pretty even in a sense. LGD does die a lot less. They're one of the least dying teams in the entire LPL. So that's intriguing, especially with a team like FPX that likes to be aggressive. And FPX is a pricier team today. A stat you might want to look at across the board. Well, as far as let's see, mid laner they're more expensive, jungler they're more expensive, top lane they're more expensive. AD carry and support LGD is more expensive, which is kind of intriguing. I'm interested really on both sides. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like both sides of this game. Two really good teams, and I do think it goes 2-1. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Hope this helps you guys out. Like, comment, subscribe, and go over to that Patreon, which I will post in the description. And I do use timestamps if you guys haven't noticed.